to raise a question because you stated that there's no evidence that people are registering to vote that are not legal. And yet we had just now the trials of the Miguel Robledo and the Robledo brothers that revealed that 80,000 illegal aliens were brought to Oregon, and in the process of getting a driver's license so that they had the 3 pieces of ID, they first bought an envelope that was pencil addressed, then they used that address to register to vote for piece of ID 2, and then they went ahead and got a matricular consular card, etc., and then they came and got their driver's license. 80,000 of them. That was testified in court, and it was also testified in court several times by the coyotes that brought these people. Oregon is the place for people to come to get false credentials because it's a trust but don't verify state. And I'm asking you, seeing as we know about those 80,000 from the court, and I've got the testimony, are you, as the auditor of this state, going to go in and audit the DMV records and then reconcile them against the electoral records to clean this up? Because Lorna Young did send out 11,000 letters to some of these customers. And we don't know what the result was because she said that if after 30 days they didn't reply, they would have their credentials nullified. But that 80,000 is on the ballot, and your double majority that you want to cancel out, even if these people don't vote at an election, right? They constitute towards that double majority, which could cause a measure to fail just by being...
The reality is that we are a complaint-driven agency. So if you know of some people that you believe are illegal immigrants that are registered to vote, all you need to do is complain to the Elections Division about them, and we then can proceed to investigate.
Well,
the legislature has chosen not to fund an investigative staff on the part of the Secretary of State. So we are complaint driven. So if you know of 80,000 people who are registered to vote who are illegal immigrants, send the list and file the complaint.
Well, Lorna Young will probably have some results from that 11,000 letters.
Where HAVA is, just so everybody knows, is the Help America Vote Act that was major election reform passed by the Congress after the debacle in Florida. It was passed by the Congress in 2002. We're compliant with HAVA.
I'm not talking about voting, I'm talking about the registration issues. Whether the list is being purged regularly and what methodology you're using to purge the list 90 days before the election.
I confess that I'm not familiar with the specific issue you're talking about. I don't know. All I know is that we are in compliance with the requirements of HAVA. Now, I don't know about the specific issue you're asking.
Well, it's the Secretary of State's duty to supervise that the counties have complied, each one of them, in purging the rolls, and it must be done 90 days before each election.
What are they purging for?
They're purging the registration list of people who've moved, or duplicates, or errors, or whatever it is.
Person who wants to register to vote in Oregon, you fill out a registration form, and you, by signing that form, are taking an oath, or saying an oath that you are a citizen of the United States. If you sign that form and aren't a citizen, you commit a Class C felony.
So there's nothing in the HAVA thing that requires you to actually prove that you're a citizen before you can do it? It's just based on whether or not you want to be truthful when you're doing the registration?
Yes. And squelching scientific dissent and academic freedom. I'm very disappointed in this, and I'd like you to respond to it.
No, I'd be happy to. For those who don't know, the bill that he's talking about was a bill that would have granted the governor the power to appoint a state climatologist, which the governor currently does not have the power to do. I've never met Mr. Taylor.